Okie dokie, hello ladies and gents. Welcome to No Rest for the Wicked. My name's Stolen Fruit, and today I am going to set myself a small little challenge. Well, not so small, it's actually really hard. I'm going to create a new character, and I'm going to take this character into the crucible. And we're going to call this character Maggie. Why not? That is not how you spell Maggie. Yes, Maggie. And I'm just going to customize Maggie quickly. So we're going to take Maggie into the crucible at level 1 with no weapons, no resources, no extra runes, nothing. Completely new. Change our eye color. Let's give her green eyes. Beautiful. So we're going to go to an already existing realm, which is where my main character exists. And in this realm there are areas, well, because my characters are higher level, the areas are quite difficult for damage. They take a very long time to die. I can do damage in the crucible, however, but the crucible is quite hard. I've been trying this challenge for a while. It's the furthest I got, I think, was chamber 8 or 9, I think. But it's very hard because it's all very RNG. Drops are random. The chambers will be random, the enemies will be random, and essentially the game will choose for me what type of character Maggie is going to be. So we're really hoping for an early weapon drop. There have been occasions where I haven't had a weapon till chamber 5. It gives me enough armor, but with armor I want to avoid being overweight. Because I'll move a lot slower, and without a weapon, no chance of parry or anything, it just makes things a lot harder. So this is our first area, and those are our first enemies. So I will be able to sneak up on this guy, do a critical attack, a backstab, or in this case a suplex, kill him instantly, and then we're going to take on his friend here, who is just going to avoid me. And we're gonna avoid. So I couldn't attack there, I don't know why. So our main damage is going to come from a focus attack, but we're also going to need focus to heal if we need to. So I have a focus attack now, and I'm kind of trying to... I got hit by that, that's interesting. He's dead, so that's good. And he just died to his death, which is also good. We're hoping for the big guy not to do that. We want this small guy first. So I'm just... There's going to be a lot of manipulating movement here, because enemies can hurt each other, and some of the chambers have traps. That attack, which is unfortunate. That's going to slow down my stamina regen, so I want to avoid doing that. So as you can see, they like to run away a lot, and it just makes things so much harder for me, especially because I'm trying to avoid this big guy. He can't hurt other people, but there are bigger dudes that can hurt. Okay, I got rid of one, that's good. He's going to do that attack, which gives me time to heal up. I'm going to just try and build my focus so I can do a really nice heavy hitting attack here. Dodge that with the focus attack. I did get hit in the end there, but that's okay. Right, so far so good. That wasn't too bad, but there are areas where, believe me, I will get screwed. So what's our echoes going to give us? Movement speed is reduced for our enemies, that's very good. Damage resistance, also very good. Focus gained the first 30 seconds in a chamber, I don't really care about. I'll probably end up re-rolling all of this. Yes. So I'm just going to save my echoes for now, move on to the next area. We haven't got anything so far through the first chamber. Let's hope the second chamber is a little bit more lenient. This for me is probably the worst area. I have 3 guys up there, 1 big guy over there. But as soon as I climb up those vines, that guy is just going to attack me instantly. So I'm going to probably take on the little guys first. And hopefully this will go well. Believe me, it doesn't always. So we're just going to try and draw this guy down here. You essentially want to just face people one-on-one. Alright, I've got a weapon, that's good. But that's going to make me a little bit heavier. But it's a good weapon. It's a one-handed weapon. I can also parry now, which is useful. And we're just going to try and bait attacks. Bait attacks, try and draw them closer. Alright, that's one down. For some reason I could not hit that attack. I'm a little low on health here. This is quite dangerous. I do want to heal, but I don't think he'll let me if I do this. Nice, okay. We managed to survive that. Gonna heal up. Unfortunately, I need focus to heal, or otherwise I have to use food. And I'd rather use focus because I can rebuild focus, and as I said, the drops are random, which means I won't always get a chance to have food. We're just going to bait him over here. Hopefully he's going to come over. He's not, okay. And I get hit straight away. That was just not ideal. So we're going to try and go this way. We want to fight him on even ground here. If he dives me, that's good. If he doesn't, that's... oh dear. That's the attack we wanted him to do, because it gives me time to do a charge. So heal up, a little low on focus, but that's okay. So we're going to re-roll this one. Actually, we want to re-roll everything. So we re-roll everything. So when we finish the next chamber, a chance to deal twice the damage. I'll take that. So I believe my weapon has Plague. Freeze all enemies upon entering a chamber. I've never seen that before. That's interesting. Damage increased by 1% on kill up to 100 times. Oh my god. So I'm getting some interesting echoes here, some interesting runes. We'll see what we can do with them. Alright, this area is not too bad. Considering enemies love to dodge me. I want to take out the little one first, because the bigger one will release smaller enemies on death. There they are. But I have that move for my focus, so that's good. Alright, they didn't drop me anything. I would like some armor at some point. I'm hoping soon. He's up there, that's fine. I don't mind him too much. So as soon as I jump back, he will attack me. Throw this at me. And drop down. I took a step forward there. So that rune attack is a bit unfortunate. Okay. They're not too bad. I don't mind getting hit by them. I mean, I would like to avoid taking damage. What's like any damage? But dying to them would really be a downer. Can we go? Yes, we can. That was a bit odd, but okay. Who do we have over here? I'm gonna heal here. So as you can see, my weapon is quite slow. So essentially, this guy is really quick, which means I can't really. Wow, I dodged all of that. And again, I really don't like you. So annoying. Bait this attack. Avoid getting blown up here, so I don't actually need to kill the little ones. Okay, and we're gonna see if we can take on this big fella now. Oh, that was a very, very quick attack. I did not expect that to be so fast. I mistimed that. There we go. Nice. So I'm going to heal with food because it heals more. And I believe I've got some gloves. So we're going to use those for a little extra armor. And let's see our echoes. So with our echoes, chance to deal moderate fire damage around the enemy on damage dealt. That's actually quite nice. I think I want one of these though. I think I'm gonna have that one. I think this is very cheesy. Freeze all enemies upon entering a chamber. That's crazy. Is that gonna happen constantly? Enemies deal less damage. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get the fire chance, but we can get it the next round. If I survive. I didn't get the ice one because I think that's quite cheesy, and I'm trying to set myself a challenge here, but if I just freeze everybody, then it's not really challenging, is it? So we kind of want to take on him first. But this dog, I think, is going to aggro. I did the wrong thing. Alright, that works. Okay, we're going to have a dog problem. We've got a new weapon. Now I can hang on to this one, and I'm actually quite enjoying it. That worked out really nicely. But I would like armor, which I have. Fantastic. So this is a two-handed staff that does fire damage, which I think is actually quite useful for this guy right here. So I'm going to do that. Because two-handed staffs actually have like a lot of range. But I can't seem to hit this one. Okay. I'm going to have to get close. Setting him on fire is also very nice. And he blows up. That's fantastic. Good. There is something over here. Hopefully it's something good. No, resources. That's fine. So I'm already doing fire damage, so I'm not sure I want to do more fire damage. And I don't want to remove my focus because that is my main source of damage, of big damage. Really freeze all enemies? Should we try it? Let's try it. Let's just see what happens with this. If it's for every chamber, that's quite sad. So we are now at the shopkeeper. And we got a shovel. I would like something that's useful. Oh, we got ourselves a one-handed weapon. Alright, let's see what we got here. So we got this one-handed weapon, which is obviously a lot lighter. It does ice damage. But a little less damage overall, obviously. We are going to use our hat. Let's just see what it does. I like that. And it's quite quick. Okay, you know what? I want to use this. And it has a parry. This is our shopkeeper. I have given all the offerings I can give it, so there's nothing more I can do with that. But I will be selling some things here. We are going to keep the weapons though. Maybe we just keep everything, because if I keep this character, then I'll need the shovel. I can actually just pop it on so it doesn't take space. And go into the next chamber. And let's see what we can do. So I know I have weapons that do more damage. That's unfortunate. I can't hit this from here. Can you back up a little bit more? No, still not. No, okay, I'm gonna have to go up there. This is not an ideal situation. Is he freezing? What's he getting frozen by? That was a glitch. We will be able to kill him though, so that's good. I want to see what my... Oh, that was absolutely nasty. So I know this view that they like to pop down, and I don't want to stand in that. Nice. Okay. So I did have to use my focus there because I knew I would have get hurt. And I can't pass through this because it's going to hurt me, so I'm just going to wait for it to dissipate. Do I have anything small to eat? I'll just eat this because I have a little bit of food. I do have some items that I can use as well. We're going to probably use increased focus here. Yes. There we go. We want this guy to come to us. I forget that you can't actually parry that attack. Good. So that was a bit of an awkward sort of area to fight in. Now I've got two of these guys to contend with. I can do a drop attack on this one though. Oh, I can hit them from here, so I'm just going to shoot them. Kill. Woohoo! That was very close. I wasn't too sure I was going to get away with that. So we're going to do a drop attack on this guy if I can. Wait for him to come over here, because this will knock him on his ass. No it won't. Oh, that was unfortunate. I mistimed that. I thought he was going to do something else. But we survived. I think that's all that matters. And now we've got this guy to contend with. I'm actually going to take this to reduce some of the damage he does to me. And we're going to do a charge attack. Just back off it. Let him do that. And we froze him, which is really nice. Nice, very good. And we got a claymore, two-handed weapon. But you know what? I'm kind of enjoying this one at the moment, so we're just gonna stick with this one. So that tends to happen sometimes, where if they go off screen, the lock-on disengages. So I need to be careful with that. And that's that chamber done. So let's have a look at our echoes. So we are now doing ice damage. Deal minor ice damage over time. So we probably want to go into ice damage. Revive after being killed with 20%, 25% health. I like that. Max health is increased. I also like that. I don't want to reduce my stamina, and I don't want to remove focus. And although I do ice damage already, this could be useful for a close combat. But let's just carry on. Let's see how far we can get. So this is going okay. I'm not going to speak too soon though, because at any moment. So yeah, they're frozen. Okay, so they don't actually stay frozen, obviously. They will thaw eventually. I just need to be quick in attacking. That looked so awesome. I've never used this weapon before, so obviously these new moves are very interesting. If we can build the ice damage, he will be frozen. And there we go, and I can just finish him off. Nice, good stuff. I don't think I can reach him. No, but that's fine. We're gonna go this way anyway. So there is another one of those spiked heads over here. If we can lock onto him, that would be absolutely wonderful. So I'm getting hit by both of them at the same time, which is not ideal. There we go. Just gonna pick up this quickly. He's gonna run away because he's a wuss. Okay, so I'm not going to deal with you. Either you come to me, or I just cannot be bothered. Okay. Just trying to avoid all of that. There we go. Very good. Those spike guys give me a lot of trouble. Kind of tracked me. That was very interesting. So I'm going to jump back across here because he can't follow me, but he's not getting close. Just going to get out of range because he can do a stab attack that could probably catch me. Back across. I almost didn't jump across there. And we're just going to try and shoot him because if I get any closer, I leveled up. If I get any closer, they will hurt me. I'm just going to take that. We'll take some stamina recovery as well. So I don't like it when they run away. Managed to dodge all of that. Because this weapon doesn't have a lot of range. And as you can see, I'm struggling to catch him. Tried to dodge there and I couldn't. Alright. We're okay. You cannot run away now, sir. Oh, god damn you. Just die. So annoying fighting those guys. Really annoying. Right. What's next? So we're gonna actually re-roll all of these because I don't want anything more. Increased damage 15. Less damage increased by 10%. Also, this can actually be very useful, and enemy movement speed as well. So I'm actually not going to take anything. I'm going to save up for these two here. And we're going to move on. I haven't got any armor. Oh, weapons, but I don't have armor. So what we face in here? There's a big dog over there. I can just about see his snout, and then there's that guy, and then we've got these little small fellas. Which I can reach. It seems to me that they're not taking a lot of damage. But I can just fuse this. Was he frozen but frozen in the water, which means he was still moving? I think that was what's happening. I'm not recovering stamina very quickly there. Nice. Just gonna heal up. Okay, and we're going to the next guys. So there's a trap here, and I'm going to try and use that trap to lead this guy into his own death. Now just go around here. There we go. Just dodge through them. Ooh, almost got hit by the trap there. Oh, he did not die without releasing his little minions. Good. Right. We have focus, we have health, enough of it. So that unfortunately was a very unfortunate circumstance where the move actually took me into the corner, which means I missed the attacks, and still no drops. This is incredible. I am at chamber 8 and I've only got weapons. I mean, it's not all bad, but you know, still would like something better. I'm gonna drop my equipment rate. Enemy movement speed? I think equipment rate. No, movement speed. Let's do that. Equipment rate, because then I can move around more freely. Because I'm at normal weight now, I roll instead of dash. And I'm not going to be able to hit this, am I? No. I can knock them off though, which is really nice. So that actually freezing enemies in the beginning is actually becoming very useful. So I'm going to just run over here. I misdodged that. I will drop off here from the top. I actually need to heal, so I'm just going to back off a bit. Good. So that gave me coin, which I really need, right? Let's see if I can bait this guy over. So we can do that. Can we hit this guy? No, we can't. It's all about the manipulation of movement with enemies. If I can get enemies to come to me or separate them, that's always good. But then I also have to be careful with my own movement because I do tend to kill myself. So that was chamber 9. Weight of all equipment reduced, and we're going to increase our damage also. So, next chamber, I think, is a boss. Yes, it is, and it's this boss. Okay. Oh my god, that did so much damage. I am quite scared. I'm stuck in the corner and I don't want to be. I'm going to take a few items here. Don't have many. That's a nice dodge, sir. Oh, that hit me. Oh my god. We can do a focus attack here. That would be absolutely brilliant. Release me. This is definitely not a fight I'm going to win, but I'm going to try my best to get as far as I can with it. Okay, so I can't actually parry that. I'm going to try and heal here if possible. I ran out of stamina, so I couldn't actually dodge that. I'm gonna heal up. Almost got him down to half health. I can freeze him.
Eternity is a prison.
Okay, so he's going into the next phase of his new set now. Try and hit him with a nice little flurry of attack here. Nice. Oh, he's damaged. Just in range. So that fire stays on the floor for quite a while, doesn't it? Oh my god. Oh my god. He won't let me up. Heal. Dodge. Heal. Down. Heal again. Oh dear. When he does that, I get staggered and I can't get back up. That was very close. But there you have it. I tried. And that's the furthest I've ever gotten. First time I've seen that boss. But I think I did pretty well. But as you can see, Crucible can be very unforgiving with the drops. I had hardly any armor, I didn't have any shields. I had some strong weapons, but you know, unless I have armor and other sort of items, I'd rather not use things that slow me down too much. But that was No Rest of the Wicked. I hope you enjoyed the video. I definitely enjoyed making it. That was a lot of fun. I've tried this so many times. That's the furthest that I have gotten. I would definitely be making a video on one that I complete. So if you enjoyed the video, please share, comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.